forgotten trails. I found your flannel shirt, freighted freight of seams. It danced on a porch rail, whispering in the gale. Ghosts of you and me stitched in its weird dreams. That shirt still lingers like the scent of rain on dust, haunted by the sunset, painted in your rust. Every thread of memory, each tear a tale of trust. Underneath the white skies where your shadows cast. Years of road like thunder, echoes in the plains. Towns grow silent as the stars begin to fade. Where once laughter mingled with the summer rains, now only empty cabins in the groves we lay. That shirt still lingers like the scent of rain on dust, haunted by the sunset, painted in your rust. Every thread of memory, each tear a tale of trust. Underneath the white skies where your shadows cast. Saddle sore and worn, each step away from you, a new kind of morn. I wear your scarf against the wind, frayed and torn, looking for solace where our love was sworn. That shirt still lingers like the scent after the storm, a whisper of the past in the fabric worn. I carry it like a cross through the lands forlorn, losing you again with each day that dawns. As the sun dips low and the night claims the vast, I feel you in the silence, in the echoes of the past.
Out beyond where the oak trees mark the line, by a dusty trail, her old wooden wagon lies. Years have worn the paint, the wheels no longer turn. Where we'd watch the sunset blaze and talk of dreams to earn. The wagon cries in the wind like it knows about the sin of letting go too soon under that silent silver moon. Echoes of her laugh in the shadows that it casts. This lonely heart just rides with the wagon cries. We had a cabin built of hope on a gravel road so fine. Her scarf still on the porch, sways like she's still mine. But time like dust flew fast, and the rains fell hard and cold. Now the path to what was home, just a memory grown old. Wagon cries in the wind like it mourns the love we'd been, holding on to the ghost of her whisper soft and close. In the creaks of aged wood lies the tale of what stood This wandering soul abides with the wagon cries. Oh, these plains stretch wide, and the nights talk back, telling tales of the scarf, the oak and the shack, and every star a story, every breeze her sigh, on these endless roads where old lovers lie. Wagon cries in the wind, now it's just my weathered skin, feeling every crack and moan of a heart that's turned to stone. Yet this love won't cease, like the oak it finds its peace, where the wild lands stretch wide, under starry skies I ride, with the wagon cries. Oh, the wagon cries.
Out where the sunset kisses goldenrod, by the old creek where we once swore our love, her laughter lingers in the whispering wind. Under the oak tree we carved our names in mud. A scarf she left behind dances with the breeze on the porch steps of a cabin worn by years. Her voice waits in the silence of the plains, echoes neath the vast unending skies. In the rustle of the leaves, her gentle sighs. With every sundown, my heart whispers her name. Oh, her voice waits, haunting every twilight's grace. In the shadow of our dreams, I find her trace. Now the gravel road wears a coat of dust. The trails we trod are fading with the rain. That old wooden saddle where we used to sit, now just a relic of the past it remains. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds across this land, yet in this quiet town her memory stands. Her voice waits in the silence of the plains, echoes neath the vast unending skies. In the rustle of the leaves, her gentle sighs. With every sundown, my heart whispers her name. Oh, her voice waits, haunting every twilight's grace. In the shadow of our dreams, I find her trace. Maybe the mountains know why she had to go, why her whispers float on the valley's breath. All that's left is the echo in the stones and the heart of a cowboy facing his lone sunset. Her voice waits, in the hush of night it stays, a melody of love that never decays. Through the rustle of the leaves in quiet sighs, beneath every moonrise her spirit lies. Oh, her voice waits, an everlasting embrace. In every twilight's grace I see her face. So I sing to the stars as the cold wind blows. Her voice waits where the wild river flows.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once carved deep, the wind whispers secrets that those old boughs still keep. And underneath that gnarled sentinel, I found your scarf faded red by the gravel road where promises and summer dreams were said. Hollow heart burns with the flame that won't die down. Every sunset paints your face on this empty, quiet town. Dust rises, settles like the tears I've learned to hide. Hollow heart burns, but I carry you inside. Lonely porch swing sways, a ghost in the twilight's embrace. The weeping willow watches, knows the sorrow in my chase. These boots worn down like the path to your old weathered door, where laughter rang through rafters, now silent evermore. Hollow heart burn with the flame that won't die down. Every sunset paints your face on this empty, quiet town. Dust rises, settles like the tears I've learned to hide. Hollow heart burns, but I carry you inside. Oh, the rivers know my sorrow, they've seen how tears can flow, and the mountains bear my echoes of I can't let you go. In the calm of the cabin where your scent lingers on, I found no solace at dawn, for your shadow once shone. Hollow heart burns, and tonight I feel you close, in the whisper of the rain, in the fragrance of a rose. Yet every trail I wander, every star I see alone, tells me love's a journey for a heart that turns to stone. Hollow heart burns, in the silence I atone. Lonesome hill, beneath the oak tree wide, my heart first left by her wildflower side. Summer breeze, whisper tales in the shade, old porch creaks where our promises lay. We carved our names in that tough ancient bark, promised to meet when day faded to dark. Echoes roll down from that lonely hill's crown, where oak leaves talk of the love we had found. The winds carry cries of the words we once said, now just ghostly whispers where our dreams are laid dead. Past, the oak tree stands still, but the house lies empty, life lost its thrill. Gravel roads, once our kingdom to roam, now just pathways to a long abandoned home. Her scarf in my pocket,
faded old blue, every thread a memory of the love I once knew. Echoes roll down from that lonely hill's crown, where oak leaves talk of the love we had found. The dust swirls around where we once danced in rain. Now each drop's a tear, and each tear's a refrain. In the twilight's last gleaming, I see her clear, as if time stood still and she was still here. With my hand on the saddle, I face the west, riding trails to the sunset on this endless quest. Echoes roll down from that lonely hill's crown, memories fading like dusk into town. I'll ride these lands under stars cold and bright, chasing her shadow into the night. Echoes roll, echoes call, but she's never in sight.
In the whisper of the oak trees by the soft creek's bend, there's an old porch where the shadows like to play. Through a cracked frame, listen where our summer days were penned. I see your scarf dance with the breeze as if to say, oh, the winds, they hold your laughter, and the dust your gentle steps. The sunsets bleed like my heart across the endless sky. In this lonely silent picture where my ragged soul has wept, I'm just a shadow lingering where old memories lie. Gravel roads grew quiet, the cabin door stands shy of the laughter and the warmth we left behind. And that old saddle beside me knows how hard I've tried to ride beyond the past you're facing every mile I find. Oh, the rains, they know the heartbreak, on the window pane they write. Each droplet spells the pain under this lonesome grave. In the silence of the fading trails, I lose you every night, but find you in the dawn's mist where dreams refuse to stay. There's a truth in the torment and peace in the plight, under stars that watch over the plains. As I lay me down by the firelight's glow, it's your whisper in the flicker, the softest echo in the crackle of the flames. So the winds will carry stories of a love not meant to tether. The dust will cover trails where we once walked side by side. In the heart of every sunset, we are whispering together. In a world that keeps turning, I'll keep you here inside. Oh, in a world that keeps on turning, I'll hold you deep inside. found a porch that saw the world without making a sound. Old wooden memories whispering through cracked boards. Your scarlet scarf still lay there, untouched like spoken words, and the porch burns under the weight of the sun. Like my heart aches now that you're gone. Dust swirls where you once danced alone, leaving me haunted. This ghost now my home. Carved our names neath that ancient oak, promised me starry skies, words softly spoke. Now barren cabins and gravel roads stretch tight, where laughter echoed, now just shadows in the twilight. And the porch burns as the sun dips low in the silence. Where does love go? Rain taps like fingers, farewell on the roof. In each drop, the echo of our youth. So I saddle up as sorrow rides beside down fading trails where old ghosts hide. Yet in every sunset, your smile is the light, guiding me tenderly into the night. Yes, the porch burns, and I'm a silhouette so thin, holding to dreams where your love begins. Stars above, the only witnesses that see I'm yours forever, even as the porch burns with me.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, you whispered words of love, soft and low. Beneath that ancient tree, we swore eternity, but like the river bends, you slipped away from me. The porch still creaks, the door still moans, haunted by the love the heart once known. Love rode through like a summer storm, leaving just a scarf tattered and worn. In the whisper of the wind, I hear your laugh echoing down old gravel paths. But the sunset dyes everything in red, coloring the dreams that we once had, where once our laughter filled the dusty street. Now silence lays thick and deep. The cabin stands empty by the weeping willow sway, wood worn soft by many a day. The trails we walked are overgrown, lost to time, like the love we've known. Love rode through like a summer storm, leaving just a scarf tattered and worn. In the whisper of the wind, I hear your laugh
echoing down old gravel paths. But the sunset dyes everything in red, coloring the dreams that we once had. Under the vast unyielding sky, I've come to learn how goodbye can be a whisper or a tear, something lost between the fear and the love. And every night when stars above shine, I search for you in their divine design. Love rode through, but it rides no more, just echoes in the wind, the creaking floor. With every sunset, every starlit trail, I feel the weight of a love that's still so frail, yet in the vastness, in the crimson hue, I've learned to live with the ghost of you.
Out where the oak tree's shadow lays long, by the creek where the wild winds have blown, I carved two hearts, yours and mine, in the bark, where whispers stay hidden neath stars stark. Footprints fade where we danced unshaken, on that porch by the hills, God-forsaken. Storm burns like my heart tonight, in the cold empty cabin's fading light. Your scarf in my hand sent warmth in, as the dust gushes the ghost of your grin. How the rain recalls every farewell, in the whispering wind I still dwell. Time turned, those gravel roads grew wide, the quiet town slept as something inside me died. Old laughter haunts the saloon's creaking floors, echoes the steps that aren't ours anymore. That old saddle now just gathers dust, like the memories succumbing to rust. Storm burns like my heart tonight, in the cold empty cabin's fading light. Your scarf in my hand sent warmth in, as the dust gushes the ghost of your grin. How the rain recalls every farewell, in the whispering wind I still dwell. Underneath the vast indigo skies, I reckon each star mirrors your eyes. The trails we blaze now overgrown, in the wilderness I roam alone. Storm burns and I'm still reaching out, through the shadows of doubt, the route of our old route. May the horizon where sunsets bleed hold you close, far beyond my meager creed. Every twilight your absence I mourn, in the silence after the storm.
shadows weep. She carved our names in the bark so deep. Underneath that old oak tree, her laughter rang wild and free. The dusty trails knew our wandering souls in the town where the church bell tolls. We danced through nights under starry lights, her voice in the wind holding me tight. But now the porch swings alone, the door softly moans. Her scarf caught on the fence, faded and worn. And every sunset that bleeds into night whispers her name, her voice held tight. The years roll like a lonesome freight through empty cabins and hearts that wait. Where once her boots by the doorway stood, now just echoes in a silent wood. The gravel roads they all remember, her smile and the fire's dying ember. But time it took what I held dear, left me with shadows when I reach disappear. Now the porch swings alone, the door softly moans. Her scarf caught on the fence, weathered and torn. And every sunset that bleeds into night cries out her name, her voice held tight. Vast unyielding skies, I see her eyes and the stars that rise. And though I roam through this endless plight, her soul's a lantern in my night. Still the porch swings alone, the door softly moans. Her scarf caught on the fence, threads bare and shorn. As the twilight concedes to the night, I hold her close, her voice held tight. In the quiet whispers of the night, forever her voice, forever held tight.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, there's a rusted gate, swings slow, creaks low. Underneath its arch we carved our names in the bark, now just ghostly letters faint stark. By the old porch side where the evening sun dips wide, your scarf still dances on the line like the day you cried. Oh my love, these plains know my size, echo across valleys where the lone whippoorwill cries. Rusted gate tied down, no more wandering free, like my heart lost to you under that old oak tree. Time rustled through like the wind through the chimes, turned our laughter to whispers, our summers to rhymes. Where once stood an altar, now only shadows play, and the cabin we dreamed in swallowed by decay. Down the gravel road past the fading trails plead, rides the ghost of me and you, where we used to be. Oh my love, these plains know my size, echo across valleys where the lone whippoorwill cries. Rusted gate tied down, no more wandering free, like my heart lost to you under that old oak tree. And I've worn this saddle, felt the rain's relentless frown,
which my souls reside. Oh my love, these plains know my size, echo across valleys where the lone whippoorwill cries. Rusted gate tied down, no more wandering free, but oh my heart's still lost, still roaming wild, still not free. Underneath that oak, our lull of silent decree, in the rusted echoes, forever you and me.
In the whisper of the prairie, neath the endless dome of blue, I found a dusty cabin where the wild columbines grew. There we carved our names in oak trees as the sunset turned to gold. Your scarf caught in the breeze, dear, in the days of old. Starry night flew with your laughter across the plain so wide. Now each star a silent witness to the tears I've tried to hide. In the hush of lonesome wind, I hear you call my name. Starry night flew with my love, but my heart ain't been the same. Years have worn the leather of the saddle where you rode. Gravel roads less traveled, now with grassy overgrowth. Old porch creaks in silence, no more stories to unfold. Rain taps on the window, oh how cold this world has grown. Starry night flew with your laughter across the plain so wide. Now each star a silent witness to the tears I've tried to hide. In the hush of lonesome wind, I hear you call my name. Starry night flew with my love, but my heart ain't been the same. Till dawn, each leaf a memory fading like the echo of a song. If time is a healer, it's a slow and silent thief, stealing every moment, but this aching bittersweet. Starry night flew with your laughter, now just echoes in the breeze. I walk these empty cabins where your shadow used to tease. With every setting sun, I feel you slip away. Starry night holds my regrets in the twilight of my days.
Out by the old bent creek, where the wild oak shadows lay, I first saw Rye in the blush of a dust-kicked day. Her laughter a melody over the clover light and free. Dance through the goldenrod, boundless as the prairie sea. Oh, I walked away under a heavy slate gray sky, left her scarf on the porch rail, didn't even say goodbye. Now the wind whispers secrets through the saddles hung on the wall, echoes of her footsteps in the twilight shadows fall. Years rolled on like tumbleweeds across these quiet plains. The cabin by the creek stands empty when it rains, where once our dreams hung thick like smoke around the fire's glow. Now only silence speaks in the places we used to go. Oh, I walked away, leaving nothing but her trace in the sunset's bleeding red over this forsaken place. And the gravel roads they mourn as I tread them once more, each step away from her heavier than the one before. By the old gnarled oak I carved our names inside a heart, vows whispered to the wind, now just echoes drifting apart. As the stars peer down like eyes that pity from above, I reckon the hardest trails are the ones walked without love. Yes, I walked away, and the skies they wept that day as I watched the dust rise along the road that led her away. Now each sunset's fire and every star up in the sway, they just remind me why you walked away. Why you walked away.
In the shadow of the oak where wild daisies grow, I heard her laughter mingle with the breeze so low. Underneath that sky as wide as a dreamer's heart, we carved our names, not just a faded part. Her scarf, a splash of red against the dust, fluttering like a flag, surrender to its trust. Her voice fell apart in the cold autumn winds, words scattered like leaves, her whispers thin. From the saddle to the porch, where empty swings sway, her echo wanders in the dusk, where I lost my way. Each sunset drifts down like tears on old stone. Her voice fell apart, and I ride these trails alone. Peeled away the paint from that old wooden door where laughter used to live. Now silence grips the floor, the path we walk now overtaken by the weeds. Lost tracks like my heart, choked by unspoken needs. The cabin holds the cold like the bed keeps the shape of her window. Stare blank like eyes that remember how we were. Her voice fell apart in the cold autumn winds, words scattered like leaves, her whispers thin. From to the porch where empty swings sway, or echo wanders in the dusk where I lost my way. Each sunset drips down like tears on old stone. Her voice fell apart and I ride these trails alone. How the river knows to bend inside, holding reflections of a cloudless sky. But in its depths it hides a stone so sharp, just like the pieces of my broken heart. Her voice fell apart like rain through my hands, fading footprints in soft sinking sands. Through whiskey dreams and the cold night's embrace, in every shadow I still search her face. Now every starfall reminds me of the start. Her voice fell apart, and so did my heart.
Down by the bend where the wildflowers grew, an old oak tree bearing scars deep and true. There an empty cabin sits, wearing years of sun, echoes of laughter where two hearts once spun. Oh, the porch still groans under ghostly weight, dust swirls where you dance too cruel, too late. Saddle untouched, the reins lay in despair. Abandoned ranch lingers like the scent of your hair. Gravel roads whisper tales of boots long gone. In the twilight shadows stretch and yawn. Once we chased dreams through these fading trails, now just empty chairs, old mails and rusted nails. Oh, the porch still groans under ghostly weight, dust swirls where you dance too cruel, too late. Saddle untouched, the reins lay in despair. Abandoned ranch lingers like the scent of your hair. Under the vast prairie sky, I confess to the stars my regrets and that old blue dress. Rain may fall, cleansing my weary soul, but in the silent heart your echo takes its toll. So I'll roam with the wind against my face, from the chapel to the bar, each forgotten place. Yet your memory binds like the cold earth clings to my boots, to my dreams, as a lone coyote sings. Abandoned ranch lingers, a whisper through the pines. In the heart of a cowboy, where the past never truly dies.
of the oak, where our names were once carved deep. The creek sings low beneath the old stone bridge. Her laughter echoes through the hollow, whispering secrets we'd keep on that rugged porch under twilight's ridge. Her goodbye walked away like the sun dips out of day, leaving shadows where once there was light. With every dust-stirred step, further she swayed till her silhouette blended into the night. Saddle sits old on the cabin wall, scarves hung without care. Past we roam, now overgrown, no trace left to find. Rain taps soft on the window, like the touch of her hair in this empty room where the past unwinds. Her goodbye walked away like the sun dips out of day, leaving shadows where once there was light. With every dust-stirred step, further she swayed till her silhouette blended into the night. So here I stand, a solitary man, where the gravel road bends. Fading trails like old tales slip from my grasp, the wind's whisper of what was and how it had to end. In the quiet heart of the night, I unclasp her goodbye, walked away, and I'm left here to say echoes and shadows are all that remain. As the stars peer down on my lone cowboy way, her memories the last dance in the dust and the rain. Underneath the oak where whispers cling to shadows, your laughter once danced upon the breeze. We carved our dreams in the bark so shallow, now they're fading like the leaves. The porch still creaks where you swayed in your silk scarf flowing, each plank a tone of tales untold. In the cool of evening's glow, when the stars start showing, I feel your ghost, but it's the night that holds. Starry night haunts over old gravel roads, where my heart rides on but alone. Echoes of hoofbeats where our sunset once roamed. Starry night haunts where you're gone. That old cabin by the creek, now silent, forsaken, windows stare blank like eyes that lost their gleam. The dusty paths we trod are overgrown, overtaken by the thorns and roses we planted in dreams. Here where rain once sang on tin roofs like a promise, now whisper secrets in a lonesome mournful tone. Time swept you away, left me with a compass, points to everywhere but
feels home. Starry night haunts over old gravel roads where my heart rides on but alone. Echoes of hoofbeats where our sunset once roamed. Starry night haunts and I'm stoned by the flickering light of the campfire's embers. I see the scars we left upon the land as the flame surrenders. Like I remember, you slip once more right through my hands. Starry night home, so those trails long grown cold. Each step away stretches our bond. Echoes of love that the night air stole. Starry night haunts, but I ride on forever carrying this heartache I've hung under these stars where you belong.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild blue bonnets grow, I first saw her silhouette in the glow of a fading gold. We carved our dreams in the bar, a promise soft and profound. Now nothing but silent whispers and unspoken words tied down. Oh, how the winds carry her laughter across the barren plains. The duster's memories under skies that promise rain. Each sunset bleeds like the love that we found, lost in echoes of what was, those unspoken words tied down. Years stretch like the gravel roads that went through quiet towns. The porch still creaks, the door still moans in a cabin withered and brown. Her scarf still hangs on the oak, but her shadow nowhere to be found. Just a rider and his lonesome heart, with a past too tightly wound. Oh, how the winds carry her laughter across the barren plains. The duster's memories under skies that promise rain. Each sunset bleeds like the love that we found, lost in echoes of what was, those unspoken words tied down. Searching for the warmth of a sun that set on a whim. Maybe these trails are just meant to be alone. A cowboy's soul forever wandering, forever unknown. So I whisper to the wind with a heart that refuses to mend. Take these unspoken words, let them fade where they may tend. For every sunset knows the tears I've drowned in the silence of the plains, with my unspoken words tied down. Yeah, the silence of the plains keeps my unspoken words tied down. oak tree shadows lay. I left my heart in the fabric, fraying gray. That scarf you gave on a cold frontier day still ties me to whispers where wild horses play. Every gust along that gravel road tangles in threads where our love once flowed. Oh, the scarf stays in the winds of the wasted plains, holding tight to a ghost town's window panes, under skies too wide to hold our dreams. It's just me and the echoes of your scenes. Time's hands pulled us like the river bends, from those golden trails to separate ends. The porch got old and the cabin door creaks, but your smile in the dust is what my heart seeks. Now I roam with the twilight's crimson bleed, a lone rider with only memories to feed. Yes, the scarf stays in the winds of the wasted plains, holding tight to a ghost town's window panes, under skies too wide to hold our dreams. It's just me and the echoes of your scenes. By the flicker of the campfire's dying light, I see your face in the stars each lonesome night. Maybe all that's left is for me to roam, finding solace in the saddle, forever home. And the scarf stays as the world turns beneath the stars, wrapped around the pain of old forgotten scars. In the silence of the hills where the cold winds moan, I've let you go, but this scarf won't leave me alone. Oh, I've let you go, but this scarf won't leave me alone.
Out where the oak tree meets the creek's embrace, I carved our names inside a heart that day. We watched the sun paint gold on your soft face. Under that sky, my dreams were never gray. The fence we built from fallen timbers grace stood guard like sentries, quiet come what may. But time's a thief and winds do whisper low. That fence walked away just like your tender glow. Now I roam these trails with dust beneath my stride, where memories echo and old ghosts reside. The saddle hangs untouched, it's worn and frayed, like the lines that time etched upon my brow. The scarf you left on the porch swing, it swayed, a dance of shadows as I keep my vow. The cabin's empty, laughter sorely traded
silence like the fields after they're plowed. But time's a thief and winds do whisper low. That fence walked away just like your tender glow. Now I roam these trails with dust beneath my stride, where memories echo and old ghosts reside. In the heart of night, by the fire's light I see visions of you like whispers of rain on dry leaves. Each log and stone, each dream we've sown, now part of me, tethered to this land where my spirit still believes. Yes, time's a thief and shadows they do grow. The fence walked away, but your love still flows through gravel roads, neath endless azure skies. I'll walk these lands till my lonesome heart lies. And though you're gone in the sunset's fiery blaze, I find a peace in these gold-soaked wistful days.